Hello everybody, PhriedFrog here, and we have another mod spotlight from Slow Motion Mod Packs. This time we're going to be looking at sophisticated storage. That's right, the cousin mod to sophisticated backpacks. If you watched my previous video on that, you kind of got a basic overview of what goes on. Let's just dive right into this one here and take a look at it. Everything with sophisticated storage starts with this right here, the basic chest. So if you look at this and look at the recipe, the basic chest gives you this right here. It's just a chest, but it's now a sophisticated storage chest. Then you can upgrade these chests either by using the upgrades that you can right click on the chests, and each one takes you to another tier, or you can take each chest and craft it before you fill it and do this. So it's either you want to use it before or after, either way you want to go. If you want to take a look at these here, regular sophisticated storage chest is just that. It's just one thing, but it does give you an upgrade slot. Then you can go along here, the iron version, double chest, gold, triple, diamond, even bigger, and netherite. It's ridiculous. Each one has a subsequent larger number of these upgrade slots to let you do more fancy things with all of these different upgrades. The pickups, filters, magnets, feeding, compacting, it goes on and on and on. All basically the same thing as these ones up here. They allow you to store items in compacted modes. It allows you to blast ores. It allows you to smelt ores, cook food, compress items, store fluids, allows you to push and pull from a storage like it's an actual hopper without having to use the hopper. And then also allows you to add in massive numbers of stacks. So you can go from tier 1, which only gives you 2 stacks per slot, all the way up to netherite, which gives you 5 per slot. Now, you can also add in multiples of these to give you even larger and larger numbers of items per stack. Makes the storage capacity ridiculous. But what's really nice about sophisticated storage, and if you look, the barrels do the same thing, but what's really nice about sophisticated storage is that it allows you to link all of your storages together to turn it into a more of a massive storage system. To do this, you have to craft this guy right here, which is the storage tool. If you look at that, it's a pretty basic recipe. 2 sticks iron, the pesky ender pearl, and a redstone torch. Not hard at all. And then you make a storage controller. That's this guy right here. Now, currently, this storage controller is not linked to any of these storages whatsoever. So you click it, right click it with this tool, and it syncs the tool to the storage controller. Then you can go ahead and start clicking on storages. Now, I think it's 12 blocks away is the limit. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't tested that. But as you go, you can keep adding more and more storages. Now, if you take a look at this, it's now looking at all those storages, and it'll give you a brief look at what is in all of your storage. We'll get more into what this is over here connected to this to make it even more powerful. 1 second. The other thing that you can also create are these items here: storage in and out, storage input, and storage output. Now, they are all basically the same thing that you understand there. Let's take a look at the recipes real quick. All very similar to the storage controller, except for they use the repeaters instead of comparators, and each one kind of just has that gold and get in a different location. Now, they are exactly as they sound. Storage I/O goes in and out. Storage input only goes in. Storage output only goes out. Now, if you look at these, I have these kind of set up so that you can observe what's going on. So there's 5 gravel right here. Now, there's no gravel in any of these chests or things. There's gravel, though, here in this input. So now if I connected this input to this system, that gravel should have nowhere to go, and it shouldn't end up in a chest. Actually, it'll end up in probably the closest item in a chest to the thing. So let's take a look at that. Let's turn this on. The gravel starts filtering through. As it comes through, it goes into the input. It goes from the input into the closest chest, which is this one right here. Now, notice it doesn't go over here because this isn't connected yet, and this is the closest chest. Now, if we do this and unlink it, so shift right click, you can unlink something. All right, and we come back over here and we grab that gravel back out of there again, throw that gravel back into that hopper, okay, and then we turn on this one. Now, if you look at this, there is nether bricks here. This is an IO, and this is gravel. So, if we turn this on, first, link it to this, it's going to start pulling that nether bricks out, and it's going to start filtering them into the closest location, which is this chest here. But this doesn't happen in the gravel yet because we haven't connected this one. But when we connect this one, the gravel will start to filter, and it'll filter into here because there's already a location for it that it knows to go to. And then the same with this. In here, there's gilded blackstone. This output, once it gets connected to this thing, it's going to want to take all of the gilded blackstone it can find, which, if you look, it's in locations here and here. It'll try to take that gilded blackstone and throw it into here. So as you see, it's stealing it from, there it is, these locations here. So it's taking it from the closest ones first and then depositing it into over here. And that's how those 3 blocks work. And it's a super simple system. This is very easy. So another thing you can do, though, and you can combine this together with sophisticated backpacks, is if you take a look at inside my backpack here, I've got all of this like odds and ends in my backpack here. Some items are in these chests and some of them aren't, but I have what's called a deposit upgrade on here. Now, what this does is if you shift and right click your backpack on a storage, what it will do is it'll dump everything to that storage. Well, because this storage is connected to all of these, what it's going to do is deposit items in here. If there's no home, it'll go to the closest. If they actually have a location, it'll go to the closest location where that is located. So if you take a look, I've got all this junk in my backpack. Now watch what happens when I shift and right click. Boom. 9 stacks deposited to inventory. Now, take a look. There are now more eggs, more melons, more sticks. Yes. And these are all the same because these weren't closer. These were closer. And if you look over here, there's all the odds and ends that were in my backpack because this was the closest chest and it all went to there. Now, one other really, really handy thing that this mod provides is something called packing tape. Packing tape is exactly what it sounds like. If you take a look at the recipe, it's super simple. Slime ball and paper. It makes you a roll of tape. Now, you can take that tape then, and you can take it to a sophisticated storage or any other inventory. I don't think it has to be sophisticated storage. It can be any inventory. And you can see it's got all this stuff in here. Now, if I broke this, all that stuff would just fly everywhere. But if I do this, you don't have to shift. You just got to right-click it. What it does is it seals that up. Then you can take that chest, break it, pick it up, put it down somewhere else, and get to the inventory. Super, super handy tool. Now, one last thing. It's a little off scope for this mod spotlight, but if you do a little bit of work and you create a logic cable, a item interface, and the storage terminal, it will connect to everything that's in your connected storage, sophisticated storage network and show you everything that there is. It also allows you to craft from the items that are in that storage. So instead of having to go and find all of your items, you can just do this right here. And these are super simple things to create. These items are not very hard. I don't even have to make any kind of sophisticated machinery other than 2 blocks, a squeezer, and a drying basin. You just have to go find a little bit of mineral logs and literally a mineral tree. That's all you got to find because it'll give you the berries. You make your item interfaces and all these other components for this is super simple. And then you can just create everything you need to do to make that really nifty item thing. And then this will connect to every single chest that you have. It'll allow you to deposit in. Watch. I can just throw things right back in there. They go right into the system. They go in where those things were. So it goes to the closest locations, not the furthest away ones. And then it allows you to get in here and do all kinds of stuff. I will go over an integrated dynamics tutorial later on, but I wanted to show this because it pairs so fantastic with sophisticated storage. Again, that's sophisticated storage. It's super simple. If you want to take a look at it, it's in the Craftoria mod pack. This is right now that I'm playing from. It's a huge benefit, and it makes once you go exploring and coming back, and all you got to do is take that big old fat backpack, do a shift right click on there, and it will dump everything into that storage, and you don't have to worry about sorting your inventory ever again in all those 5,000 chests that you end up with as you start exploring around. All right. Thank you very much. This has been another Mod Spotlight by PhriedFrog. Thank you, everybody. It was been a pleasure, and I'll see you again at the next Mod Spotlight. Bye.